No one knew that Carol Langstrom hated Christmas. Okay, hate was a strong word, but thanks to her parents' dysfunctional relationship during her childhood, particularly whenever the holidays came around, she would nearly break out in hives at the sound of jingle bells. One year, she had even complained to a big box store manager when she saw a display of artificial trees before Halloween. And those obnoxious "Have a perfect Christmas" online pop-up ads nearly drove her to distraction. Some people counted the days until Christmas, but her countdown went until December 26th because she couldn't wait until Christmas was over and done with. As an employee of a home staging firm that spent most of the year getting expensive houses ready to sell, but caved to focus on holiday decor in late October, the months following Halloween were something to endure and escape. Carol knew the layout of the holiday section of their warehouse by heart, and even dreamed about its colorful contents sometimes. Her boss's love of everything Christmas had begun years ago. Marcia Forrester had collected dedicated clientele, along with faux life-sized reindeer, enormous pine-scented artificial trees, 5-foot-tall nutcrackers, and enough realistic-looking elves to fill a shelter for unemployed, height-challenged holiday workers. Early on, Carol learned to conceal her Yuletide phobia when the calendar turned to November. From that day on, divine design seemed to go into hyper mode, concocting everyone's dream Christmas. Well, not everyone, just the well-heeled, self-obsessed, somewhat overindulgent, and entitled clients, all of whom seemed to have divine design on speed dial and were equally determined to outdo their neighbors and friends with the very latest in festive yet tasteful holiday decor. People, in her undisclosed opinion, had too much time and money on their hands. Of course, she kept her personal feelings toward them and Christmas to herself. After all, she was a working girl. "Carol," Marcia Forrester said urgently over the phone, "did you drop the new wreaths at the Barstroms yet?" Carol could tell by the sharp tone that her normally cool and controlled boss was even more stressed than she sounded right now. "Yes," Carol answered. "I removed the dried ones and hung the fresh wreaths myself. But if Mrs. Barstrom had simply spritzed the originals with the bottle of water I left for her, or asked her housekeeper to do it, they would have been fine. The sun just beats down on that southern exposure." Yes, I know," Marcia said, cutting her off. "And I did remind her that our faux wreaths are even prettier than fresh ones, not to mention reusable, but she insists on the real thing." "Right." Carol slid her black carry-on bag into the back seat of her Uber and listened impatiently as Marcia droned on about how they might be better off by letting some clients go next year.